Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk to Taryn Morning Show, where we go over tips, tricks, ideas, and exercise to help make you the absolute best entrepreneur you can be, not only for yourself, but for the people you love and care about most. You become better for not only you, but the people you love and care about most. You gotta be a little uncomfortable and take that leap of faith. You're in control of the process. I'm here with you. If we don't continue to grow, if we don't continue to move on, we will be sad and upset. And today we're talking about some false narratives, some lies that we tell ourselves. And I'm going to probably come off a little more blunt than you need to take literally, but I can't help but see this time and time again in myself, in other people, in clients I get to work with, but these stories have to stop. We have to stop these stories from completely controlling, dictating our lives. It's so incredible to me that I can create these false narratives. I can create these limiting beliefs inside myself that genuinely dictate the direction of my life. I don't believe I can't go work out because I got this wrong with me. Because I got this wrong with me. I can't go do this because I have this going on. I can't give myself permission because so and so said something. I can't give myself permission to love myself. I can't give myself permission to lose the weight. I can't give myself permission to succeed because nobody in my family has yet to do it, and this is just how we are. I know there was so many times I didn't take action on things that I know I really wanted to take action on because I had limiting beliefs. I was telling myself a bunch of bullshit, and I can't help but I wanted to come on here and talk about these stories, these limiting beliefs, and maybe we can help on episode 297, just help you erase one of these stories, erase one of these narratives, and challenge what is going on with you. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to run through five tactics, tips, and tricks to help challenge, to help change and rewrite the stories about you so we can love ourselves deeply and we can get out of our heads, get into the world, take a bunch of action, and get done what it is that we want to get done here. So we're going to go through, and that gets us straight into tip number one, is to challenge your thoughts. We want to challenge your thoughts. Your thoughts are trash. They're negative bias. They're it's a bunch of garbage. And when we live within our head, when we live within our thoughts, and we let our thoughts completely control our lives, and knowing that humans are negatively biased to help survive, then we start to see the pattern of how this isn't true. And that's the question that we want to continue to ask ourselves again and again and again and again. When you tell me that you have a limiting belief, I can't do that. I can't start that business because I got all this going on in my life. I'm here to say that somebody has it worse than you, and somebody has done more with the resources that they have. If your goal is to make a lot of money and start a business, then really challenge that and understand that somebody's been in a way worse position than you, and somebody's been able to overcome it. The possibility is there, so stop saying that it's not possible, because that's just a bunch of bullshit and it's absolutely not true. So gather evidence. So the next thing after you challenge your thoughts would be to gather evidence to help support changing your thoughts, to help support shifting your mindset, to help guide and support you on what it is you have to do these hard things. A lot of times I've heard these limiting beliefs of like, oh, I personally can't love. I'll never find somebody. I can't do this. I can't do that. And then I'm like, okay, let's sit down. Let's look at the evidence of what's going on in your life. Or a common thing when I'm working with a new client, they're like, man, I just suck, man. I'm going through it. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at that. I was like, okay, let's go over what have you been doing in the last 6 months, last 12 months, 18 months, last 2 years? What have you been doing? And then they'll tell me all these great things. They'll be like, I got a new job. I've lost 10 pounds. I got talking to a girl, but it ended up not working out, but I'm proud of myself for. It's like, dude, these are wins. And if we look at the gains in our life, if we look at the progress in our life, if we're looking at the things that we are taking action on, maybe it's just being alive. Maybe just the fact that because not everyone lives a long life, it turns out. There's tragedies, there's diseases and all this stuff. And you have the greatest gift that so many people would love to have again. And it is the human experience. It is being alive. So naming off some wins, writing out some things you're grateful for, just writing out, gather evidence to support doing what it is that you're doing. And I'm really passionate on this episode because for so long, when I was starting off in coaching and teaching and trying to create courses and stuff, I was always telling myself, man, I look so young. I'm inexperienced. I'm not good at this. Man, no wonder why nobody's buying. Of course, there I go again, falling short, falling flat, not good enough. Go figure. It's my family story. No, we're not highly educated. We don't have a lot of money. Go figure. I'm just another person. It's like, holy crap, that is really sad and not true. Because when I look at my life, it's like I lived out of my car and traveled the entire country over multiple months, over 6 months, traveling the entire country, living out of my car. I got an MBA. I bought some rental properties. I'm falling madly in love with my amazing girlfriend. I'm starting to, once I start compiling the evidence and actually write it on a dang piece of paper. So get out a notebook and write out some wins that you got, write out some dubs, and then kind of look at it and be like, how can I go back to number one and challenge some thoughts? Practice self-compassion. So I see this all the time. I do this there's a version of Tanner on the ground over there in this office, and I'm just kicking him in the gut. Just over and over. Yeah, of course you didn't get that sale done. You're trash. You don't know what you're talking about. Of course you didn't get your workout in because you're lazy and you're a little bitch. Yada, yada. Just coming at me all the time. Just coming at myself. Just being so hard on myself. Like, please stop being so hard on yourself. Give yourself some compassion. Give yourself some empathy. You've been through a lot of stuff. I don't even need to talk to you. If I'm like looking directly into I know that you've had a lot of hard stuff in your life. That is part of life. And I'm sorry that you have carried a lot of the pains in your particular situation, because your situation is always unique to you and no one can argue your personal experience. So I thank you for carrying your pain, but please start being more compassionate to yourself. Don't be as hard on yourself. So finding positive influences is very, very important. Some of the greatest minds that I love to pick apart is Doris Goodwin. She's my favorite author. Alex Hormozi, I think he's the greatest salesman of this generation. Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn. There's so many positive influences. If you don't have them in your like immediate area, then reach out. You have the internet. You have other people. Reach out to me. Be like, hey, Tanner, I really like this industry. You know anyone who's good in it that I could learn from? I will literally look for you and I will tell you, because I believe it makes that much of a difference. However, I can help. If you need a positive influence, reach out to me. Maybe you need, and then that leads us to, so you're looking for positive influences, whether it's in your families, your friends, you're just being more vulnerable. Hey, I need help with this. Tip number 5, as we're trying to stop the lying to ourselves, stop the limiting beliefs, stop the false narratives, and getting to number 5, seek support. No man is an island. Nobody does this stuff on their own. Everyone needs a coach. Everyone needs a mentor. Everyone needs some type of accountability. Everyone needs a tribe that they can be. This is some human shit, evolution stuff from thousands of years ago into today. We still all want to be validated, and we still all want to be a part of something bigger than ourselves. So if you have a major goal and you're really struggling, say food, because food addiction, smoking, alcohol, all of these things that really destroy our bodies and destroy our minds and destroy our emotions, they're tough to break. They are like billions and billions and trillions of dollars is poured into the number one consumer economy in the world, the United States, to keep you addicted to this stuff. So we need help and we need support. We need the right framing in order to take ourselves to the next level. So don't be scared to seek a support. And by God, get a life coach. If you need a coach, you talk to Tanner. We have private one-on-one life coaching. We have courses that you can go through, 6-week trainings to help you understand yourself. And additionally, we have 100x business and sales growth to help you just take massive action. I know these are the services we provide here at Talk to Tanner. So if you know anyone who needs a coach, have them please talk to Tanner. And then the last one, if you're looking to completely change your life, if you're looking to stop the false narratives, stop the stories that you're telling yourself, because you got to ask yourself, are these stories true? I can't do this. I can't do that. Is that true? Is that true? And try to answer as honestly as possible. And the last one is, if you take action, I promise you will find the evidence needed to change your thoughts, and then you're going to have a positive influence, and it's going to make you want to take even more action. Action is the gasoline to the engine. Action is the evidence we need as human beings to continue to get better. Because remember, it compounds in a positive direction. So we can watch, we can sleep well, we can eat right, and we can exercise right, and it'll continue to compound in the right direction. But if we continue to sleep like crap, we eat crap, and we don't move our bodies at all, it will continue to compound in this wrong direction. That's negative, positive, right? So it can really shoot one way or the other. I'm sure you can look at people who you know, people who you love. Listen to these stories. Listen for them next time you're communicating with people. Listen to this limiting bullshit that ain't true. And you don't have to call people out, but just see it in yourself. That's what I've been trying to do more than anything. Thanks for checking out our content. If you want to learn more about investing in yourselves and working with me and our company personally, we offer a 6-week Total Life Mastery Bootcamp where we go over the most important topics to make sure that our life has the foundation we need to catapult us forward, to take the right and proper actions, to become happier and more productive, guaranteed, or our money back.